Welcome to the internship program. I am Shubham Gupta from NextGen AI Frameworks Pvt Limited. I have 14 years of work experience in the fields of artificial intelligence, software development and robotics. So for the newcomers, I will tell again what we are trying to do in this session is create a web application. I already told how to create the desktop application. Now I am telling you how to create the web application. So these are the basics. I created this project to showcase some basic functionality of the web application. So this is again the flask that I told in previous sessions also. So what will happen if I try to access the server or URL in the browser? This is what it will do. It will show this form, and if I paste something here and submit, so it will show what I just passed in that text box. I will tell you how this works so you understand this. You can process this text submitted in the previous screen and do something with this text or the input given by the user. So this is the simple UI that you can use, and then on submitting it will hit the function in the backend and some task will be done. So you can use this in any project, this concept in any project. This is web application. I will tell you step by step how it works. Okay, so I will tell you step by step how it works. So this project, how it works is you can create a simple HTML form. I hope you have worked with basic HTML. So this is the simple HTML. It contains a form. It contains label. What label is here? It contains the label. It contains the input control type of text like this, where we can enter the data. It contains the button. It looks like this. So this is some basic form that you can create in HTML, and this is heading 1 to submit your data. Now what will happen if I submit? If I submit, then I have provided the action like this. So you can see this is the root URL, or this one slash. So this is the root URL. So what I am saying is, when I give some data and click on submit, it will go to this endpoint submit. So how you specify this thing? In action, in form. So what this basic form will do is, whatever you type in the this text box and click on submit will be sent to this endpoint submit. This is what this form is. Okay, so how it is working? When it hits this, let's see what happens. So I have shown you this root route. What it do is render a template. This is how you call the HTML files in Flask. This is how you call the HTML files in Flask or front end in Flask. Render template and pass the name of the file. So you have to store the templates in templates folder and give the name of the file like this here. So remember to keep the name as templates and keep the HTML files here, and here you can pass render template like this. Okay, so the next what will happen is, so when you hit this main URL or this root URL like this, so it will show the index.html or render the index.html. So if I open this, if I double click on this, this starting the HTML like this and starting file like this is different. Remember this. If you start this and add some data and submit, then it won't work, and you will ask too many questions why it is not working. So the thing is, you need a server to run the templates like this. And how you do it, you have to write render template and pass the HTML like this, so it will be converted to a server and then rendered on the screen. So if I look at the view page source, then you can see it is the same HTML that I wrote in the file, but this way it will be able to communicate with other endpoints. So if I write something here and submit, then it will process the input. So this is what render template is, and this is how you access it from Flask. Render underscore template is available. This is how you use it. Looking at this code, you will automatically understand how it works. As I told you, this is how you create the endpoint. So this is submit endpoint, and method we are using is post. So when I write the data and submit, you can see it is not in the URL, not it. So this is not a get API. I am securely passing the data using the post method. Next part comes. So after this creating the route, I am writing the function submit. So this is actually optional. If you want to write it, you can write, but this is just for validation purpose. Is the if the request is okay or not. So you can skip this if you want, but let's see how you can process the data sent by the form. So request.form. So as I have shown you, this is a form. Again in the code I will show you, this is a form. So this is how you read the form variable. So if you look at the name of this input field, so name is input data. So how to access it? Request.form input data, and whatever was submitted by the user will be stored in input underscore data variable, and just return the data sent by the user in the browser window like this. So when I submit here, you submitted is this one, this string, and then it will be concatenated with input data like this. So if you don't know, in Python you can create f strings like this. So if I remove this, it will not bind the variable with this. So for example, you submit it and this is the variable output, or say variable content. This is the variable content. So if you want to, so the one thing what you will do is you concatenate things like this in Python, input underscore data. This will work. This will not give any issue. See, I will show you the thing. So when I run this happy, so it will work fine. But if you have complex data that you want to concatenate, then this will be the better option, f string. So you can put anything. So after this also I can put dot. So see how readable this is code. So this is f string. Remember this in Python. Now if I run this, let's see what will happen. See the full stop here. So this makes things easier. If you are dealing with the large output or big output, you can use f strings in Python. So wait for it. First let's see. Hello, how are you? So when I submit it, let's see what happens. Okay, so see, it has started to convert this. So you are not getting any output here, because as you know, when you run this function, it will block the input. So see demo.wave.
Hello, how are you?
So we have now the basic web application for text to speech. So you can type any text you want and submit. So in previous session I have shown you the desktop app. So see the possibilities you have using the APIs. So they are very important. Anything you want to create, you will require API. So not only in Python, Node.js, PHP, Laravel, all those things, they create APIs. So I am showing you just how to create the APIs in Python. This marks the completion of this session. I will see you in next session. Have a nice day.